Today, I'm going to share 3 ways to preserve eggs for up to 2 years without refrigeration. These are eggs I picked from my garden. They were laid by free-range ducks and chickens raised right here at home. To make eggs last this long, never use store-bought eggs, as they've already been washed. We need unwashed eggs. Method 1. If eggs are dirty, use a small brush to gently scrub them. This step will remove any dirt or feces that could cause bacterial contamination during storage. Remember this rule: do not wash eggs and do not buy eggs from the supermarket. If you look closely, you will see a thin layer of powder on the eggshell. That natural coating acts as a protective barrier, preventing bacteria from entering and keeping the eggs fresh longer. Washing eggs will remove this coating, exposing tiny pores on the shell. This allows bacteria and moisture to easily penetrate, causing the eggs to spoil much faster. If there is dirt, simply wipe it clean with a clean, dry cloth or a soft brush. When the natural coating is lost, the eggs begin to lose moisture. The egg whites become watery. The yolks lose their elasticity, reducing freshness and flavor. Only wash eggs right before cooking, and if possible, buy directly from local farmers. A little dirt isn't a big deal. After thoroughly cleaning the eggs, I took out a bag of rice husks. Rice husks absorb moisture, maintain a stable temperature, and prevent the eggs from bumping into each other, helping them last longer. Then, I poured the husks into a pre-prepared cardboard box, creating a liner at the bottom. This layer of husks prevents the eggs from directly contacting the bottom of the box and limits moisture from the outside. Once the husk liner was in place, I began arranging the eggs in the box. I spaced each egg about 0.5 to 1 centimeter apart to prevent them from touching each other and cracking during storage. After arranging one layer of eggs, I covered it with another layer of husks, then continued with the second layer. I continued this process until I had arranged 3 layers of eggs, or until the box was almost full. Once I had arranged the eggs, I closed the cardboard box but did not seal it completely. Leaving the container slightly open allows for air circulation, preventing stuffiness or condensation inside. Finally, I moved the container of eggs to a cool, well-ventilated place, away from direct sunlight and high humidity. With this storage method, the eggs will be more stable and can be used for a longer period compared to conventional storage methods. Method 2. Now, prepare the jar. You can use a glass or plastic jar, but choose one with a wide mouth. It makes it easier to place and remove the eggs. Carefully place the eggs inside, gently so the eggs don't crack. Next, we will prepare the lime. You can also use lime powder. I put 2 tablespoons of lime into a bowl and then add half a bowl of water. Then stir them well. Lime helps kill bacteria and fungi. Our ancestors used lime to coat house walls. It was their way of disinfecting. Fruit growers also apply lime to tree trunks to protect them from disease. It's even used in the food industry. Now pour the lime water over the eggs. When the eggs are soaked in lime water, calcium hydroxide forms a thin coating on the surface of the shell. When carbon dioxide naturally escapes from the egg through tiny pores, it reacts with calcium hydroxide to form calcium carbonate, also known as limestone. This layer of limestone seals the pores, preventing bacteria and microorganisms from entering the egg. It also helps retain moisture, preventing evaporation and keeping the eggs fresh and nutritious for a very long time. Then, seal the jar tightly and store it in a cool, dark place until you need the eggs. Eggs preserved this way can last up to 2 years while retaining their nutritional value. If you like this method, please leave me a heart or a thumbs up in the comments. Method 3. Now I'm going to boil them. Prepare a pot. Add enough water to cover the eggs. Add 2 tablespoons of salt. Stir well to dissolve the salt. Cover the pot. Now, turn the heat to high and bring the water to about 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius. Open the lid and gently place the eggs into the pot. I put the larger eggs in first, then the smaller ones. Once all the eggs are in, close the lid again. Continue boiling until the water is completely boiling. Once the water starts boiling, reduce the heat to medium and cook for 10 minutes. While waiting for the eggs, let's prepare some other ingredients. Grate a carrot into thin strips and place them on a plate. Then, prepare 1 bowl of peeled garlic and 1 bowl of black pepper. Now the time is up and the eggs are fully cooked. Remove the eggs from the pot and soak them in cold water. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. Once the eggs have cooled, peel them carefully. It's great to know we meet all over the world. Here are 2 jars that I sterilized with steam for 15 minutes. Add a few cloves of garlic. Then, add about 5 to 7 peppercorns to each jar. Put the boiled eggs into the jars. Then, add 1 teaspoon of salt to each jar. Salt helps create a basic flavor and has antibacterial properties, helping the eggs last longer. Now add 1 teaspoon of 9% vinegar. If you are using 5% vinegar, use 2 teaspoons to help slow down the fermentation process and extend the shelf life of the eggs. Fill these jars with carrots. Each jar has a capacity of 500 milliliters. I will pour hot water into each jar until full. Now, wipe the rims of the jars clean, then tightly close the lids of each jar. Prepare a large pot and place a towel at the bottom. Carefully arrange the jars of eggs inside. Then add hot water to the pot until the water just covers the lids. Bring the water to a boil over high heat, then reduce the heat and simmer for 15 minutes to sterilize. When the time is up, remove the jars from the pot. Be sure to carefully check the gaskets to prevent air from getting in, which could spoil the eggs. You can check by turning the jars upside down on a table. Then, let them cool completely and store them in a cool place. Eggs preserved in this way can last up to 6 months. Which of the 3 preservation methods do you like best? Or do you have any other ways to preserve eggs? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. This video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.